be able to make sure you get me some Viagra and Cialis. I said,
well, goddamn.
And I know I made a face. And I was like, oh. Whose granddaddy? I don't know whose granddaddy that was. And he talked to me for a long time because he asked me how old I was. He told me he thought I was 25. I said, look at this shit. Okay. He told me he looked better with his teeth in his mouth.
No, wait a minute.
Because he didn't have his teeth.
He was out in the world without his teeth?
Because he wear a mask. It don't matter. His dentures make his mouth hurt. So
he's like, fuck it. Since
yeah.
I ain't got, so he was talking to you with the mask on.
No.
Apparently.
The mask was not on.
Wow.
Because he asked me how old.
Does he look with no fucking teeth in his mouth?
I said.
You look 80. You ain't got no teeth in your mouth.
He did. He had some on the bottom.
Boy.
I just was, so I don't know, sir. I don't know. One of the old white men at work, hey, sweetie. What the fuck do I have? And I'm like, I wear my wedding ring every day. Like, it's not like I'm without it.
Yeah.
So you can see it because
it's on. Wow.
And I'm like,
I mean, me and Ty, we did an episode, about this. So I feel for y'all. Y'all go through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Y'all go through a lot of shit.
It's flattering because, I'm getting older. I want to think, I still got it. But it comes to a point to where you being real inappropriate.
It's like I can only imagine it's like certain places y'all go and it's just like every 2 seconds. And it's tough. It's tough to deal with. I feel for y'all. But I mean,
it's a mess.
You gotta play the hand you're dealt.
I mean,
you got boobs.
Use what you got to get what you want.
Sorry.
I mean, look, I've already said I want a sugar daddy that don't want no sugar. I've said that. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Dude, I don't think you're looking. I don't think you're really looking.
I'm
say
not.
It
yeah,
because they're out there.
No,
they're out there. They just want the motherfucker to just sit with them and watch.
They just be jokes.
I don't know.
We could FaceTime.
What old people
it's
watch?
Corona.
Cheers. Old people watch Cheers.
Matlock.
There we go.
Wheel of Fortune.
Murder, She Wrote.
Price is Right.
Hill Street Blues.
Young and the Restless.
Andy Griffith Show.
Dateline.
Sanford and Son. Yeah, you're right.
The Golden Girls.
Speaking of Golden Girls, did you hear the story? What's the name told? Gabby Union told a story about
how DMX was like Golden Girls.
She was like, "Hey, come in. I'm watching Golden Girls. This shit is funny as fuck."
What movie were they in together?
I don't even know. I was trying to figure that out. She said it on there, but I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah, oh my god. But yeah, it's funny as fuck.
Speaking of Gabrielle Union, like their baby has their baby, like her and
the
Dwayne
real
Wade.
baby, the girl,
the real baby.
All right.
She look like she don't have no time for them in every single picture she ever takes with them.
Why? Because she's living in a world of shit.
That's not why. I came to a reason why.
Why is it?
Because she's a surrogate. That bond wasn't made. That's a surrogate baby.
Wow.
And so the baby's smart as hell because she don't share with her. She don't laugh at her jokes. She be mad all the time. I said that's why she mad.
Dude, that's funny you say that. Me and the missus went to a breastfeeding class the other day. And
are you gonna put on the fake bra with the boobs in it and pretend to breastfeed? They make that for dads so you can have that skin to skin contact.
I can have that without a fake bra of boobs.
I just asked.
No, that was never a conversation in the class.
Oh,
It's
they
like,
do it.
That's sick.
That's
sick.
They put the bottle for the nipple in it, and you can have
Really?
the milk. Yeah, like I'm dead ass.
Really?
Like for real. Like you can have milk and pretend like you're
gay.
breastfeeding.
That's gay.
Well,
That's
I don't
gay.
think that's why they do it though.
But it's gay. I'm sorry on your episode. You're right.
No,
I apologize, people. It's not gay.
But I'm saying,
it's
isn't
weird,
though for men that really want that bonding with their child.
You can. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm doing it. No. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm just saying.
I understand that, but no, I'm not putting on a boob bra and feeding my baby through a tube with a nipple on it attached to my body. No, No, that's not even why I brought this up.
Oh, all right. Well,
I
proceed.
brought it up because it's like y'all bodies do some of the most amazing shit ever. This shit's amazing. It's like they talked about the skin to skin thing, right? And she was like, "This is funny. It's like this zone. You put the baby in it, and it stops the fight or flight. It just make it calm. It's like a zone on the mother, right?" And I was sitting there thinking, I was thinking back. I was like, one day, I was watching football, and I was all into the game. Like we're laying in the bed, I'm all into the game. I'm yelling. I'm like, "What's going on?" It's 3 minutes left in the game. So she says, "Give me your hand." She puts my hand on her stomach inside of that zone. 3 minutes left in the game. I pass the fuck out.
Wow.
Wake up, the game is over. I passed completely out. And when she said it, I was like, that's what it is. It's the zone. Because I passed 3 minutes in the game. It's over.
From here to here?
From there to there. The zone.
I see him come home tomorrow.
Let him lay down. He'd take his ass right to sleep.
We gonna see.
But yeah,
my bad.
y'all bodies do some amazing stuff, man. It's amazing. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I don't know if that had anything to do.
No,
why did I even bring this up? Oh, because you talked about the surrogate.
Yeah. But, and it's funny because a coworker of mine were talking. How is it that all these men are in these meetings making fucking decisions about women's bodies when you have nothing to do with it? Like, I don't need you to regulate shit about what I want to do with my shit. Like, at least put us in a room the way we can discuss something. Like, you don't know.
Some of them be in there. They be super old, though. And they all grew up on the man's rules. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's why when I get my company,
it's like it's a whole agenda behind it, though. It's because it's like they don't want certain things to happen. It's like they don't want. I'm not going. Look,
I'm here for it.
It's like this came up. Me and Ty talked about it when they had all them abortion laws and whatnot. How they like no abortions, because the people in these meetings are who old pair of forms, quote unquote white men. These are the people in these meetings. They're old. Their numbers are dwindling. So if you stop these abortions, their numbers can continue to grow. So that is a big reason behind those whole abortion laws.
Say what now? Hold on. Let me just try to. Well, you know what? I don't know the percentage of who gets abortions and who doesn't. But what cracks me up is you gonna regulate for everybody else not to do it. But if you need it done because you get your mistress knocked up, it's gonna get taken care of.
That's gonna get taken care of.
So,
that's because it was like by the year 20. I think it was like 2040 that they would be the minority. So they're trying to find ways to keep their numbers growing, and it's a lot behind it. But that's a way to keep if you ban abortions. That's another way. If you now is like with the whole Asian hate thing, it's like they are trying to align themselves with Asians. So, all right, because if they get with one of us and they have a baby, the baby's still one of us. Now that like the Asian population, like the Asian women, they're so submissive. Boom, the baby looks like a Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to align themselves to keep their numbers up. Whatnot. It's a lot behind it. It's deep, man. It's deep, man. And me and Ty, we talked about the Asian hate like for a second, but man, it's crazy because it was a post where this dude, they say he walked up to an Asian and said, "Hey, don't mess with me. I'm a blood and I cut you." Who the fuck talks like that? That was said. That was said what he said.
You know who that sounds like?
Sounds like Dolomite.
You know who that sounds like?
Who it sound like?
What's his name from that said they jumped him and Justice Smollett. That's what that sounds like.
Exactly. It sounds like it's made up. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like it's a lot behind it. But yeah, me and Ty gonna really, really talk about that. I don't want to take over your show, but it's like that shit.
Because this is about to be a whole different.
Looking at your notes.
Let me throw the outline away.
Yeah, because it's a lot behind it. It was like, one more thing I say. It was like they talked about how like this was said on NBC News. It's like the black community is the ones igniting the Asian hate. And I'm gonna ask you: have you ever sat in a room with a bunch of us and had anybody said anything about a fucking Asian? Ever? Have you ever?
No.
Yes, good or bad, right? Unless we going to get some Chinese food. But yes,
I don't think
you've never heard that. Ever.
But then again, racism is not inherently inbred in us. Like exactly. We don't grow up with that anyway.
Exactly.
So what?
Yes, but that's what's going on now. And then they even had like the man he went into these 8 different spas and 6 different spas and shot up 8 Asian women and killed them. But that wasn't even talked about at all. But we the cause of Asian hate. And why is that? It's because you're a girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Kamala.
Yes, because she's like something Asian.
She is Asian.
Yeah, so it's like now that's
half Asian.
That's what she's pushing right now.
Oh, that's her agenda.
Yes, she was sister girl when she wanted to get in with her Converse and her Timberlands and
her Chucks and pearls.
Her Chucks and pearls, her fucked up edges, all that. That's how she was. Now she got a little Asian heritage stuff on. And it is what it is.
I have not watched the news in months.
Yeah,
Speaking of edges, when she did my eyebrows, she took some of my edge off right over here.
Was that good? Is that good or bad?
It's bad.
Because you can't tell. You can't tell. I don't even know what you're pointing at. You can't even tell, man. You can't even tell. It's all good. It's all good. You got good hair. So that makes up for a lot. If that was all you had going on for your head, I would be like, hey, you should go back and whoop her ass. But
half my edges.
Because half your edges gone. but you got good hair, so just let it go. Just let it go.
All right.
Yeah, but like I said, that's what.
Wow.
Yeah.
See all the negativity and drama that you miss when you don't watch the news? Yeah. Had no idea.
Yeah, that's what's going on. We are the cause of Asian hate.
I'm not.
They said I ain't even gonna talk about it.
All right.
I ain't gonna talk about no cause boy.
So moving right along. Look.
Please do.
I'll come on y'all show and we can talk about it.
Yes, because it's some interesting stuff. You might want to hear it. So.
All right. Yeah. So moving right along.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's quite all right.
Yeah,
you all right?
I apologize.
Calm down.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
So
put my voice back on. I'm good.
1-800.
Yeah. Call me.
So the topic of this episode, we talk about the power of perseverance. So it came from therapy. Oh, therapy was amazing last week.
Good one.
But sidebar, I had been avoiding her for like 2 sessions.
Last time we talked, you said you were.
Yeah, I was. And I was, because it was like, sometimes I need a break from my bullshit. like it was a real hard session, and I am a procrastinator, and I avoid shit, and I just.
It drains you too, man.
I had to wait until I was feeling better to get back in with her. Like
a good session, a tough session, it drains you. It drains you, man.
We were talking about she crying and I'm crying, talking about me graduating. She was like, because she knows I have a podcast, and she was like, you should talk about it, like, being perseverant, and I'll be wanting to tell her my podcast.
Get out of my business.
Is I'll be wanting to say my podcast ain't the kind of podcast you might think it is. Like it be a lot of bullshit too sometimes. But still,
it all has a meaning. You gotta give yourself more credit than that.
Yeah,
you don't just be bullshitting.
No, I don't.
All right, come on, man.
But we were talking about that, and I was like, and then DMX. So it all started flowing in together. So I looked it up for y'all. Because, of course, it's continued effort to do or achieve something despite the difficulties, failure, or opposition, the act or condition of perseverance. And I'm like, this bullshit life shit.
Yeah.
and continuing going, because it could be so many times where you're like, I'm good. Like I'm just over it. And people